Hello and welcome back to the Cave of Creation. This is the third video in the series on creating a Heroforge miniature. So far we've gone in the first video through creating the head, body and species, and the second video went on to his clothing. Links will be in the description. If you haven't seen those already, I would very much recommend going back and seeing them. Equally, if you like this content, please click like, remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications, and join us on Discord or Facebook. Again, links for everything will be in the description. At the end of the process, there will also be a link to the mini on the Heroforge site. Unfortunately, I can't give him out for free. They won't let me, so but you'll be able to go and order either the STL or order a miniature should you choose. And then I'm possibly going to move at the end of this into 3D printing and 3D printing this miniature, and I'll go through that entire process. But for now, we're getting on and we're looking at his gear. So, gear. Notice we suddenly get the search expanded and a huge number of icons in search. That's because, just very quickly running down, the volume of items available is huge and growing every week. Well, most weeks. So selecting the item range you're after is quite useful. So hands. Now this is where we're going to start moving a little bit away from our original image. Journal. No, that's not quite right. I didn't spell it right. Book. So open ornate book, open runic tome, or the Book of Souls. Not quite what I'm looking for on this, and I don't want it closed, so let's go back to my open runic tome. Do I want it in his right hand? No. Let's put it in his robot hand. So I'm going to think what I'm going to put in his other hand in a moment. Side kind of works on these. Let's see if I can find something that will work on him. Toolset. Now I'm going to sneak onto a later stage because I just want to see if this will fit. We're going to go into posing in more detail later, but forward. What I'm trying to see is, can I move it far enough that it doesn't interfere really with his coat? And the answer is no. So we're going to go back to gear, side. I'm going to put a bow there and make it go away. So you've got wide range of gear for the hands, wide range of gear for the side, different items for the back, and then ordinary items that can go over. So let's say we've got a cloak. I can put a bow over the top of the cloak. In this case, I don't actually want either, so I'm going to make them go away. Eyes. So are characters wearing glasses. I've got two real options here that will work with this. Go with standard round lens glasses, or I think in this case, the nose pinchers. You've also got covered variants of most. I can attest that if you've got the open variant, it is very, very hard to paint the eyes. You're not going to see much of the eyes in that particular case. So, glasses. Mouth. Again, a range of masks. These go as well as the masks that you can put over the top of the face. But we don't want anything there. I know what I didn't do on clothing on the last video, so I'm going to quickly go back. I was wondering on a cravat or something, because it's got something blue in the background. But no, I think I'm just going to leave him plain. Let's come back to gear. Rings. You can put any of these 3 rings on any finger. Piercings, variety, they do vary slightly based on where the piercing is going. You can't see his stomach, so that one's not available. Back to hands. And handle. And can I? So you can also put spell effects, which I am going to sort of want in a minute. So I want lightning. Okay, we can do something interesting with that when we get there. Different items have different spell effects. So if I put on a sword in his right hand, you can see I've got flame attachments that will come off the sword or lightning. But actually what we've got is a candle. So we're starting to get a more interesting character come together. Let's look at the stage. Now the stage is the base, but you can do so much more than that. Label, if you're 3D printing, from your own text to little faces to my usual choice, which is just a flat, fully filled base on the bottom. Rim, do you prefer a rounded rim or a tight rim? I prefer that. Base, the texture on your base. Now, if you want to put him into an external base, you can put a slot base on. You've got some interesting forms here. Now, one thing to point out, anywhere you see XL, if you go XL and you're buying the mini, it means it will cost you more. But he's not there. We want him stood on a banner that we can clip over the end of a book or something. I might actually make one of those one day. Otherwise, you've then got a variety of textures on your base. And I'm going to go with just plain wood. Ride. So, these are things your character can be sat on. Mount only. He goes away, you've just got the mount. Not so useful for a stone, more useful for horses and bikes and wheelchairs. They are very inclusive. But he stood up. He's certainly not reading his book on the back of a horse. So that gives you your rides, and notice most of them put you into that more expensive XL category. Extras are other things you want on the base. Now, import means you can put 2 different characters on one base. You can make it work quite well, but you've got to get your spacing just worked out. And in this case, we don't need a second character. But what we can do is see what items we could have around him that would appear appropriate. So if we scooch down through this, I'm not really after a ghost, but as I'm looking Lovecraftian, I quite like the idea of some tentacles. Now notice when I clicked extra, I got extra B. You can have up to 2 different extras. Only one can currently be another character. And there isn't a way to get a larger base. The most you can do is go to the square shape. Now we could have tentacles and smoke. We could have more tentacles. We could have tentacles and vines, but that doesn't really do it. I was tempted to have a pile of books down there. To show even more use of forbidden knowledge. But no, I think mass tentacles to show the trouble he's getting himself into. So, there we have that. Now our character is equipped. His stage is roughly ready, and we're ready to look at posing in the next video. So I hope you found that useful and interesting, and you'll come and join us in that one. Remember, like, subscribe, bell button, and come join us on Discord or Facebook. I'm aiming to build a good community of people that chat and help each other, and nothing will ever be locked behind a paywall. So I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.